Carefully wrapping bandages around his body with help from Maya, James was nearly ready to get back on their journey out of the dangerous forest. "How you feeling?" Maya asked as she tied off the bandage on James's shoulder. James grinned at Maya. "With the waking leaves, I think I'll be okay. The energy will increase my body's ability to recover." "Are you sure?" Maya asked James with worry on her face. Her eyes searched his face to see if he was lying to her about his actual condition. It was clear that she didn't believe his body was as well off as was claimed. Taking one of Maya's hands into his own, he guided her hand to his mouth and gently kissed it. James looked at Maya's face and smiled. "We'll be okay. I'll get you out of here." Lightly shoving James, Maya snorted. "Who was the one that took care of those last two forest cats? If it weren't for me, you'd have been taken down with how exhausted you were." Chuckling at Maya's comment, James nodded. "You're right. You always have my back." Maya's face blushed red from James's comment. She looked away and moved to her pack. Seeing how his girlfriend pretended to check a weapon on her pack, James shook his head and sighed. "Can't even be honest," James thought to himself. With his body stitched up and bandaged, James got off the forest floor and moved to his pack. Since the shirt he had been wearing was no longer wearable with all the blood on it and it was all slashed up, he needed to put on a new one. Opening the main compartment of the pack, he didn't need much time before locating a fresh new shirt that was neatly rolled up. Unrolling the shirt, he soon stuck his arms and head into it. There was a slight sting of pain from the healing wounds. It wasn't anything too big of a deal. Having a fresh new shirt on his body felt nice. His damaged leather vest was next to his pack. Grabbing it, James shrugged it on. "At least this will give me an excuse to buy new equipment," James commented. Though the vest had numerous slash marks, it would still be better than only having a shirt to protect against monster attacks. The smell of iron was strong due to the dried blood. He reminded himself that if they find a stream, he should wash off as much of the blood as possible. "Just don't go too crazy on a spending spree," Maya said. Maya picked up her pack and put it on her back, quickly adjusting it to her body. "You know, we have a decent amount saved up," James pointed out. "Like you said to chat, that money needs to go towards increasing the amount of energy that's inside of us. If we're going to continue taking on harder requests, we're going to need to level ourselves up," Maya pointed out. Securing his pack and lifting it to wear it, James nodded in agreement. The fact that they saw a rock bear's print meant that it was likely that they would encounter stronger monsters. They were incredibly fortunate not to meet the rock bear. Their encounter with the forest cats could mean that the rock bear was just passing through the forest, but it didn't erase the fact that the larger rock bear's family was in the vicinity. They could still encounter the ferocious monsters.